boys and girls, Oppal gang, we got Johnny Stimson. Yes. How you came about and how you got into music.
Like, I love the Beatles. We went through every song pretty much, and he helped me figure out like some music theory stuff. I just couldn't stop wanting to write my own songs, and just I've been writing since I was probably like 14 years old.
Who made you want to do this professionally?
I remember talking to my dad and saying like, I'm kind of thinking about pursuing, after college, pursuing some music, like doing this as a career.
Yeah.
And my parents were both so encouraging. They just said,
Oh, really?
do it,
Wow.
man. They said, we're proud of you. Go and do it. And they were happy because I finished school and everything, so they were glad about that.
As I've seen, I think Raisa played your song,
Yeah.
right? In the, was it in the wedding or?
Yeah.
It was in the wedding.
It was like a wedding video at the end that was like the recap, and it was so beautiful, and they
Yeah.
look amazing.
Yeah.
And my song Honeymoon just playing in the background.
Alright, my name's Willie Winarco and we're now in Buzztertainment barengan sama Oppal. Dan hari ini kita punya orang yang sangat spesial sekali. Kemarin dia baru aja perform di Jakarta Concert Week. Kemarin juga sempat ngobrol-ngobrol, sempat nonton juga, dan sekarang sudah hadir di Oppal Buzz Studio. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Oppal gang, we got Johnny Stimson. Yes.
Thank you. Wow.
Man.
Thank you.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing so great. I'm living my dream right now. I'm feeling good.
Hey, that's love. So,
Yeah.
Jakarta, how's Jakarta been treating you?
You know what? Like, it's interesting because Jakarta is like a special part of my story of like people wanting to hear my music, and for the first time getting to kind of come overseas and feel that energy and response from people. And now that I've been here a few times, it's kind of, there's like a home away from home feeling. It feels familiar to me. And I have had the best time. I've seen some friends already. I got to perform for people. I got to meet people who knew the words to my songs, and it's been amazing.
Man,
really, really cool.
We got your fans too over here,
Hello,
man. They're
I'm so
chilling in the
happy.
bus right now.
Y'all are amazing.
Yeah.
This is so cool. This is our tour buzz now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We're
There's
going on
actually
tour.
one of your fans actually, they didn't make it here, but they were already on the way. But the traffic was just so crazy that they couldn't actually come here. So
Oh, too
shout
bad.
out to them, man.
Shout out. Yeah, definitely. Next time we'll hang out next time.
Yeah, we'll hang out next time,
Yeah.
definitely. So, but how about you though? Like, how was the show?
Dude, the show was crazy.
Uh-huh.
It was honestly like everybody at JJWay, they put in so much hard work. The team was so fun to work with. And always, you get there and you like scope out the venue. And
Yeah.
I remember walking on the stage and I was like, this is insane. Like the lights were crazy. And all of that, it's like leading up to this excitement. Like I'm getting hyped to perform.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this room is incredible. It sounds great. And then it was just really, really special to sing along with the crowd. Like that's a new feeling for me, like kind of hearing people singing the words with me. And that kind of like back and forth with everybody happened the other night, and it was amazing. It was like a great reminder of like, I love Jakarta. Indonesia is an amazing place to play, man.
Yeah, man. So I guess like this is the thing, I guess we got like these crowds of people that just love your music and they vibe with you as well. That's a feeling that you can't get anywhere else
Yeah.
unless it's on the stage.
You know, it's crazy. And we were talking even a little bit before this,
Yeah.
like in my personality, I'm not always extroverted, like
Yeah.
we were talking about.
Yeah.
But when you're on stage and when you're singing songs and there's a whole group of people, or like when I see your smiling faces right there, it puts this like energy in me that's like, I want to sing with everything I got, and really give it out. And it's this back and forth that is kind of new to me, like
Yeah.
this type
Yeah.
of performance. And it's like a drug or something. It feels so special to perform like that.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. But for the fans that's actually watching Oppal Gang right now,
Yeah.
can you tell us a little bit about your backstory? How
Sure.
how you came about and how you got into music.
Totally, man. I've loved music forever. My dad is he can play by ear. He play kind of any instrument. He can hear the song and just sit down at the piano and play it.
Wow.
So growing up for me, it was like music in the house. There's always a piano in our family room.
Yeah.
And when I was like a teenager, I had a guitar. I learned a song or two like from tabs. And my dad was like noticing that I was getting interested in the Beatles. And he's like, you want to sit at the piano and I can kind of show you, this is how to listen for like, how does music work, sort of. And so we went through, like, I love the Beatles. We went through every song pretty much. And he helped me figure out like some music theory stuff. And from there, never stopped. I just couldn't stop wanting to write my own songs. And just I've been writing since I was probably like 14 years old or something like that. Yeah.
Who made you want to do this professionally?
Honestly, I felt a tug in my heart. I went to school for business, and I was studying to, maybe go work for a finance company or start a business or something.
Yeah.
But the whole time I was writing music, and my parents I'm very close with them. They're so encouraging.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to my dad and saying, like, I'm kind of thinking about after college, pursuing some music, like doing this as a career.
Yeah.
And my parents were both so encouraging. They just said,
"Oh, really?
Do it, man." They said, we're proud of you. Go and do it. And they were happy because I finished school and everything. So they were glad about that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I will say, I think one of my biggest encouragements or influences to go and do music is actually my parents, because they just always have believed in me. Even on times when I didn't believe in me, sometimes they're quick to like put their arm around me and let me know.
Yeah, that's great, man. To have parents that's very supportive of your music. And
it's something the older I get that I realize is really rare. And obviously here I am in Jakarta doing my dream. I am a very blessed person. Like, I just feel like I need to count my blessings, and having wonderful parents is like a big part of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have the foundations done,
Yep.
right? You have an amazing set of parents.
Totally.
But how about you in Indonesia right now? As we've seen, this is like halfway around the world. You're from Austin.
I'm from Dallas, so
you're
close,
from
really
Dallas.
close to Austin. Yeah, I'm there a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, going here in Jakarta, seeing people actually, knowing your songs.
Dude, it's crazy. Because, back home, there's a handfuls of people that are getting interested in my music.
Yeah.
But I think more people are interested here, especially in Indonesia. This is where it kind of started. And for me, it was so encouraging. Like, when I first started seeing things catching on here, I was like, maybe this is going to be a real thing. It was really a cool moment in my life.
Because, like, as I've seen, I think Raisa played your song, right? In the was it in the wedding or it was in the wedding, right?
It was like a wedding video at the end that was like the recap, and it was so beautiful, and they look amazing. And my song Honeymoon just playing in the background. And I remember I was in New York City working on new music, and I woke up in the morning and I saw like, whoa, I have like a lot of new followers on Instagram. Like, what's happening here? And people were messaging me like, this is the video kind of thing. And it was just wild to kind of see it take off. And I was like, my first thought was like, maybe I can do a performance in Indonesia someday, And now here I am. It's crazy.
Yeah. How many times have you been in Indonesia and performing?
I think this is my fifth time.
This is your
to
fifth
visit.
time, yeah.
Yeah. And the first time I came, I performed in like a small cafe, and it was super special because that was like the first time I heard people. They were singing Honeymoon with me.
Yeah.
And each time there's just been like even more and more.
It just
people.
got bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's really special. And I hope that as I see that it's growing, I really enjoy like the interactions with people, and so I'm hoping that as it seems like it's growing a little bit, that I can still find cool ways to like this, where we can really hang out. Because my favorite part of getting to travel, play music, like I love performing and being on stage.
Yeah.
But I honestly just love meeting people like this, and it's become this like really huge thing I look forward to. So on this trip, I was like so excited to introduce. My wife came with me and introduce her to some friends I've made in Jakarta over the years, and it's pretty cool, man. It's just it's gnarly.
Nice. What's Indonesian fans? What does Indonesian fans look like to you?
Oh man, beauty.
Beauty.
So it's a beautiful thing, because I feel like when I get here, it's interesting too, having been able to visit here a few times. When I got off the plane and arrived here, I just like, there's something about like I felt the humidity on my skin, and I can like smell the air, and I love it. And I was like, this feels familiar, like I'm back. And I think there's something interesting here in Indonesia after I've gotten to see some different countries that I'm a smiley guy. I'm happy. I like to, that's my song, smile, And I find like when I'm walking around Jakarta, people will smile back to me, and there's a lot of happy things going on around, and I feel like kind of at home in that way.
Okay, yeah, man. We're it's always good, to have you, especially talking to you as well.
Thanks.
Listening to your music, you
Thank
performing as well. Anything. You just released a couple of new songs, right? And these songs, you did two, right?
Yeah.
It was Best Day,
Best day ever.
Best day ever.
Look
right?
at me now.
Yeah, Look at me now. Look at me now was just released, right?
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
3 days ago or something.
Yeah,
right?
it's like all this is like, it's just the new album is starting now, you know?
Okay,
The last one
okay.
finished and it was like a month. And then I was like, let's start the next one now.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about that. You know,
know,
your music and
dude,
how it's
I
coming.
just sincerely love music. Like one of my favorite things in the world, once I kind of was like tackling the Beatles and learning about chords and stuff, I love melodies. And I just constantly, like, my family, my wife teases me because I'm just, I'm like walking around like humming all the time. And I have my little voice memos and I record little voice memos. Even like on the way down in the elevator, I had a little idea and I'm putting it in my phone. And I just am constantly writing little ideas. So for me, it's special to get to release music. But okay, here's my question for you. We kind of released these two songs at the same time because now there's this whole thing where like streaming is a different world.
Okay.
What do you think about this strategy? Like I was thinking about releasing 2 songs at a time.
Okay.
Like almost like every like 4 or 5 weeks, like for the whole year. I have a lot of songs that I'm excited. Like you think the 2 songs thing is cool?
Man, I think, you know, how social media is working right now.
Yeah.
You know, I think releasing a song every day is good. Yeah. You know? I mean, like, you know,
Oh man, I gotta get to work now.
Man, with social media, I think every day we can make. That's the thing about social media. I mean, as artists, as musicians, I think, you know, it opens up such a broad range of options that we can do. You know, like for example, we can just make like a 1-minute song that we just go on the guitar, right? And that song can be a single maybe in the next couple of months.
Totally.
Right?
And it's like maybe you get some comments on it and people are like, release it.
Yeah.
And you're like, I better go write the rest of this song.
Right.
You know? I better finish the back half.
Yeah. How has social media impacted you as well?
Wow. I mean, honestly, my first time to kind of choose to embrace social media was that moment that in New York City when I woke up and I saw everything where, okay, Rice has used my song for this wedding video.
Yeah.
This is across the world from me.
Yeah.
And I started getting these sweet messages from people that were like, this song means so much to me. And before that, to be honest, social media was kind of scared me.
Yeah.
Because I love music. And I was like, I just want to play my songs and hopefully people hear it. And I didn't quite realize how amazing and powerful it can be.
Yeah.
And then during that process, I said, you know what? I'm going to try to just connect with people this way. And I just decided I'm going to try to message back every single person that sends me a message if I can do it.
Wow.
And it was so powerful. And I think it led eventually, I made a few relationships that allowed me to eventually come here and perform a couple times. And
that's perfect, man.
it's so powerful. And to me, it's this amazing way to stay connected. So like now that we've met, we can be friends. We'll be connected on social media. So even when I go home and next time I come back, it's like you don't lose that moment with social media. You can keep up with people even if you're far away.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
true. That's true. How about like collaborations? Like you say, does social media help with collaborations as well?
Dude, honestly, it does. Because I think the messaging thing, it's like sometimes big time famous people will answer their messages, you know, and and everyone's just a regular person. And it's a neat way of like, you don't really have like, I don't have Adele's phone number, but like maybe you could message Adele. I don't think so. Probably not Adele. But like nobody has Adele's phone number. But you know what I'm saying? Like you can just shoot your shot and send a message to somebody. And I've actually connected with a few artists that way. And actually even I'm gonna do a collaboration toward the end of this year that I'm excited about, but it's still top secret. I can't like reveal it yet.
Right?
But it came about on social media, and it's like a now become a friend of mine. And she's this incredible singer, but we connected first like through Instagram.
Oh,
it's kind of crazy.
How about Raisa? You want to collaborate with Raisa or maybe Indonesian artists?
I would love that. That would be incredible. Like I actually would love that. I did get to meet her one time. And that's my message to her is just to say thank you so much. Like I don't think she maybe even knew like that really changed my life in a way. So someday if she ever wanted to collab, I would love that. Because also her voice is so sick. Like talk about social media. Sometimes when she just sings on her Instagram, it's crazy. She's so good.
Man, it is, man. You know,
that's a dream collab.
Okay, so the dream collab is Raisa.
Yeah.
How about any other Indonesian artists you listen to or like
you know? I've said this a time or two before, but I just continue to stay being a fan of this guy. But Pamungkas is like, and he and I kind of love the Beatles the same way.
Actually,
you know,
he does
so
love the Beatles as well.
And so I really want to write music, but it's funny we haven't like been in town exactly at the same time every time. But that would be one where I would love to write a song together with him. We did get to meet last summer. He came after the show and said hello, and I was starstruck. Man, I was like, dude, I love your music so much. I listen to it. it's cool. Like getting to travel like this. There's different parts of the world celebrates different types of music, and I've it's so enjoyed learning about new artists. And give me some recommendations. Who should I be listening to right now out here?
Yeah, man.
Besides you.
Is dope. Me?
I gotta be checking.
Man. you can check me out too.
Come
Willie
on.
Minarco, you know, stream my music.
Spotify.
Yeah. But I think there's a whole bunch of artists that you can listen to, especially you know. Just you were in Java Jazz as well, right? Back in the days. So it's like there's a whole bunch of like, you know, I think Indonesia loves instrumentation. You know, it's the live that live band with you know the guitar and the bass and the drums, you know,
sax, trombone, trumpet. Like I've seen some horn sections on stage too.
Exactly, you know,
awesome.
That's where it comes from. I guess.
I have noticed that when I've been in Jakarta, that what's interesting to me is like if I'm riding around in a Grab or something like that, hearing the radio that's playing, there's like a lot of Western hits that play and like songs that I know from like 2008 or something like that. And then like sometimes I'll go to a restaurant or something and see these cover bands and I'm like, I'm never going to be as good of a singer as that guy. Because like these cover bands, these instrumentalists, like people here are so talented and I'm inspired. Like I kind of, a few times I've come here and I've been like, I'm going to go practice my guitar when I get home. I'm going to really work hard, you know?
After a trip here, I guess there's so much music out
there's
there.
Talent, man. Yeah, and there's some cool music shops here and everything. I actually bought a guitar here that I record on all the time, like a couple of years ago. And yeah, I love it here.
Wow. Okay. So we're going to be hearing you a lot, maybe in the next couple of years,
that would be a dream because I really have fallen in love with this place and I have some really cool friends here. So my hope is that I can keep coming back and keep connecting with people here.
Nice, man. Can't wait to do that a lot more. You know, come to the bus next year.
Come on, that's great. Come to the stage next year. Let's do one together.
Let's go.
Come on, I'm talking about it.
Man, I grew up in Houston.
No way.
Yeah, I grew up in Houston.
I had no idea. What?
We came from, you know.
How long did you live there?
Yeah, just like my childhood, you know. So we have a little bit of you know Texas type
boys,
of thing, you know.
We went actually to a place last night that had barbecue. They have a big barbecue grill from Dallas that they shipped over here on a boat. And he was telling me, and the guy, his name is Michael. He went to the same college as I did in Texas. And he's like, really? You watching March Madness, bro? Like, gig 'em Aggies. That's my college. And he served us some brisket and barbecue. And I was like, I'm at home.
Man,
this is amazing.
Really, the world is like so small. Yeah,
right, it is. But
much.
There's just that little pocket of Texas. Like, we got that right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But you were talking about college earlier, right? So you went to college, you got a business degree, you got marketing degree, I think. Well, how does that help you with everything?
Man, I was wondering that, like, when I was going through college, I was really wondering, like, should I go get a job and like work at a big corporation or something, or should I do music? And I'm so glad that I chose to do music because that's like the joy of my heart is writing songs and sharing them. True. But it's really neat to kind of have a business background because I learned quickly that the music business can be a tricky thing to navigate. And there's a lot of different nuances and details that you have to think about. And sometimes there's contracts. So having that kind of school background, I think helps me. I hope to be, smart about finances and that kind of thing. But ultimately, I think it was the discipline. Like going to school and finishing it out really helped me to kind of gain a self-discipline to now where I'm a musician, I'm an artist, but I am a small business owner. Like this is a business kind of in a way.
It is.
And so I think you have to be responsible. Like you got to pay your taxes and you got to handle the things besides just writing songs. And I think school has helped me stay on top of that.
Yeah, you're also a human being that has to do a whole bunch of other stuff as well.
I woke up in the middle of the night and I had to send an email about some taxes. I was like, oh man, I forgot. You got to be on it.
Okay. If you're not a musician, then what would you be then?
I think I probably would have gone to work at like a finance company after school. But my plan was if I didn't do music, I wanted to kind of start my own business. My dad is an entrepreneur. Okay. And he had like a phone business kind of thing. And I thought like about different types of businesses that I wanted to do. But I think ultimately like I was going to be a musician no matter what. One way or the other. Like I kind of just think that's like what God made me to be. And so I'm just trying to like go and do my very, very best job at it. And be as grateful as I can on the way, because not everybody gets to have this life. I know I'm really lucky and blessed, so I'm trying to. My mom reminds me. I said this on stage the other night. Like my mom says, when you're out there looking at the crowd, take the moment and like don't just like go right to the next song. Like take a deep breath for yourself and pull it in and remember it, because it doesn't last forever and life is short, and these are precious moments. So I'm really trying, even riding on this bus, going around. Wait, is that Senayan City?
Yeah, this is Plaza. That's Nyan City over there.
Okay. See, I'm knowing my way around Jakarta a little bit. You know?
He's like Jakarta native, you know?
Oh, but you were going to catch me riding the bike around.
Yeah, go riding the bike over there. Yeah.
But even just to be in this situation with you right now, like having a new friend and you, having these beautiful views around me, like that's a blessing that I'm trying to soak up and like keep these memories for my life, you know?
Oh, that's
It's
awesome,
huge for
man.
me.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Thank you.
As Johnny Stimson, what's your favorite song of yours?
Oh man, that's a good. I think at this moment I have a song called Flower.
Okay.
That is really special to me for like a different reason than you may think, I guess, because I've become more interested in like music production. I've always played all the instruments and stuff, but I've never been so good at like doing my own music production.
Okay.
And so when I wrote Flower, I kind of recorded the demo of it, and I was telling my wife, like, okay, now I'm gonna go take this to my friend who's a producer, and we're gonna make it sound good together. And she was like, I think it sounds good. I think you should just put it out. I think you made it.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit nervous about that, and she encouraged me to just go ahead and like believe in myself on the production side. And it's really neat to see like people were singing along with me on that song the other night, and to see that there's been a positive response. That's given me this big encouragement to try to like even learn more about this exciting new side, which is like the production world that I know a little bit about, but I'm still learning. And it's given me, that song Flower has given me encouragement to keep learning, keep pushing myself, you know?
Do you know imposter syndrome?
Yes.
So it's like they say that, you know, the best people, you know, the most skillful people are the ones that feel like they're not enough, right?
Man.
You know.
But isn't that like a quality of humanity too? Like, don't we all kind of, it always feels like you're not quite enough. And that's the big wrestle, is trying to believe in yourself. That's hard to do. It's hard. But I feel that sometimes, like even getting out onto a big stage like that the other day, I kind of think like, I don't know if I deserve this. And I kind of don't think that I deserve anything. I think that it's a blessing, and that if I'm in this situation, I'm going to try to just do my very best. But I definitely sometimes feel insecurity, like, do I belong here? You know, is this, am I good enough for this? You know, I never really was confident about my singing voice.
Yeah.
I was more confident about like writing something that's a melody that's catchy.
Yeah.
And over the years, I've become like, fell in love a little bit more with my voice, because I can't do all the crazy things like Raisa can sing, like all these crazy runs. And that's maybe not my style, but I have a unique sound that the only voice that's mine is mine, you know?
Yours,
and so I've kind of learned over time to embrace myself, and that self-love is, it's hard to do, but it's important. And I'm still working on it, you know?
Yeah, I guess, you know, with your song Flowers, you know, you did everything yourself, you know. Sometimes maybe you are enough, you know, maybe that is great. It's a great song. It's great. You don't need anybody else on there, or like you don't need an engineer to put anything on there, you know. But
thank you. That's kind of what I mean. Why that song is special, because not because I think like I'm the best now, I can do it, but more because it gave me that encouragement to like, when you try and you reach for something, sometimes you can go after it and get it.
Exactly.
And it was a big boost for me, you know.
Oh, that's love.
Yeah.
That's good, man. And you know, a lot of people are also, you know, looking to your music, you know, for maybe a little bit of that creative spark. You know, maybe, you know, your fans right here, you know, they listen to your music when they work, when they're, you know, in college, you know. Actually, you guys want to ask a question? If you guys want to talk to Johnny as well, because I've been hogging him, right? If you want to come.
You want to come hang out?
Come through.
Let's go.
Let's hang out. Let's hang out.
Awesome.
Anything you want to ask to Johnny right now?
Did you bring any merchandise that I can buy?
Actually, let me tell you, I did bring something this time. I can never bring merch because it's such a long flight, and like then you have to pack a whole suitcase with shirts or something. But we made some special merch, and I don't have it with me in the bag, but I have some at the hotel. That we made these Pokemon cards. That's like, it's like a Pokemon card, and then all these photos from the tour, and we like cut them out and it's all like holographic and everything. So, and they're collectors. There's even one of like the drummer and one of my managers, Sean, and Sean is a really good looking dude, so it's a good Pokemon card to have. But there's a whole bunch of them, and I'll give you some if you want. That's cool.
I'm fans new Judith Stimson.
Amazing. Thank you. But this time on this trip, I have been to Jakarta a few times, and my wife got to come with me for the first time, so it was really special. And she had to fly back to Texas. She's in the airplane right now. Yeah. Yeah, she has to go back.
She didn't come with you to Bali.
She has to go home because she's a dance teacher. She teaches dance. She's also an artist in that way, and that's one thing that I love about her. I love everything about her.
So after this, after Jakarta, you're going to Bali, right?
Yes, Bali for a few days, and I'll be working on my album. I brought like my microphone and
Sweet.
all my gear, so I'm working on some songs. Yeah.
Okay.
There? So
Yeah.
how long are you gonna stay there?
I will stay there for almost a week.
Wow.
Yeah, and some of the guys in the band are coming too, and we sometimes work together. So we're gonna go surfing and work on music and take a day of rest. I think.
Nice.
Yes, I think so. But I will be, to be honest, like I'm so excited to go to the beach. But I do love being with my wife at home, and I already miss her that she went back. So I don't want to have too much fun without her. You know, I got to save some of the good
Bucin
stuff for her.
ya.
Yeah.
She said that maybe you can go to the mountains as well.
Ooh, that sounds beautiful.
Right, because
That
it's in the
sounds beautiful.
north of Bali as well. So
Okay.
maybe you can find inspiration over
So
there.
I really did last time. Like I have a moto at home, and I like to ride.
Yeah.
So I thought that was fun that I could rent one and ride around.
Yeah.
And I actually wrote a song just about that day of riding around the countryside. I didn't get all the way up north to the mountains, so
Yeah.
maybe this time I'll do it again. But I wrote a song called Motorbike last time I was in Bali, and now it's going to come out pretty soon. I'm psyched.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of songs that you're writing just strictly on Indonesian stuff that
Dude,
you've done, yeah?
You know what? But it's not. I don't think there's any like purpose for it other than this has been a significant part in my life, and I do love this place. So there's another one coming that I sang the other night at the concert. It's called Raindrops in Jakarta, because I noticed when I'm here, sometimes it rains just a little bit for like an hour or something like that. And the whole song is about like when I'm here by myself or anywhere, it could be anywhere in the world. It's like every little thing kind of reminds me of Bethany back home. And so it's like even the raindrops in Jakarta are falling for you. That's like the line, you know.
It's
Thank
a
you.
beautiful song.
Thank you so much.
You sang it in the JTV
Yes.
concert, right?
Yes, I did. That's good memory. That's really good.
Love.
Cool.
That
And your
is-
sister was there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I got to meet the whole family now. That sounds
I
great.
would love to.
That sounds great. Amazing. Cool.
So after this, I guess, can you perform just one song? You know, because you got your fans over there, man.
I would love that. Is there an instrument or should I sing?
Okay, we got
I
a
see a
guitar.
guitar
we
around here.
got a guitar. So maybe we
This
we,
tour
we can
bus
get
has
a
everything,
guitar,
man.
right?
We got microphones, we got TV, we got guitars. This is like my dream house right
Hey
here.
man,
That's all I
this is
need.
it, man.
Next year,
Yeah. Do you want to sing? Can you sing? Do you like to sing?
actually, yeah.
Really? Do you want to sing some harmony with me?
Oh,
Come on. Do you like to
Come
sing?
on.
Okay, we will sing for you. then.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so excited. This
What's
is cool.
the song? What's the song gonna be?
Dude.
All I Want Is You.
Ooh.
Big Sister, Pink Lemonade.
Ooh.
Or...
Oh, I wish I had the ukulele. That would be perfect. We could do Pink Lemonade together.
Okay.
Should we do it? I can do it on the guitar. You want to do Pink Lemonade?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I can do it on the guitar. Let's do it.
So, Oppal Gang, kita udah barengan sama Johnny Stimson pastinya, barengan sama pendengar-pendengar setianya juga. Kayaknya udah saatnya kita mau nyanyi dulu nih ya guys. Jadi siap-siap aja, we're gonna start jamming after this. Jangan lupa buat follow kita di semua media sosial Oppal_ID di Instagram, di TikTok dan semuanya, dan subscribe di YouTube channel kita sekarang. Alright, so we
Oppal
got,
ID.
yes sir, we got Johnny Stimson. Let's go.